Hello everyone, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
As usual, need some more energy. So are you sounding good afternoon?
Good afternoon.
Your response has truly recharged me. Thank you for energy boost. Imagination is a kite one can fly higher. Respected presiding official, fellow Toastmaster, and honored guest, with great pride, myself, Toastmaster Krishna Poudel, undertaking a role of Sergeant at arms, and like to extend warm welcome to each of you on a journey together of 6th WorldLink Toastmaster Club meeting. Our meeting is being recorded, so anyone prefer not to appear in the recording, so please feel free to contact us without any hesitation. I would like to inform you about our missions, so please gently close your eyes. Place your hand just above your heart and repeat after me. At Toastmasters, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Thank you very much. You can open your eyes and also you can lower your hand. Take a few seconds to make your cell phone in vibrate and or silent mode, please. Okay, thank you very much. Now I would like to inform you about some ground rules for our smooth functioning of our meeting. So please maintain quiet environment, no any side conversations, and no unnecessary movements during the meeting. Also be aware that we are not talking about any sexual, religious, and politics during the meeting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our extreme presiding officer of today's meeting, Honorable Toastmaster Sumit Shakya. Let's welcome her. Huge round of applause. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krishna Rajak, for kicking off the meeting right on the time and with such an inspiring start and beautiful explaining Toastmaster missions. And I would like to mention that Toastmaster International Organization is a non-profit organization that helps public speaking and leadership skills through a worldwide network of clubs. Its headquarters is located in Englewood, Colorado. The organization membership exceeds 364,000 in more than 16,1200 clubs in 145 countries. Since 1924, Toastmaster International has helped people from diverse backgrounds become more confident speakers, communicators, and leaders. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. I'm Toastmaster Sumit Shakya, and it's an honor to start this meeting as the presiding officer, and I would like to heartily welcome you all to the 6th meeting of WorldLink Toastmaster Club. As the presiding officer for this meeting, I formally open this meeting with this gavel. I would like to recognize the presence of our area director, Toastmaster Saroj, club members, visiting Toastmasters who have joined us in today's meeting. As today we don't have any guests, I would like to request Toastmaster of club to introduce themselves. May I have anyone?
I'm currently working as branch in charge of the branch. This is my fifth session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratik. And now, without any further delay, I am going to invite someone who is going to lead and conduct the meeting from here onwards. Toastmaster Putin Manandhar, who is taking on the role of TMOE today. Toastmaster Anup is a fun-loving person with keen interest on swimming, playing guitar, in addition to hiking, trekking, and workouts. Everyone, please help me out to welcome Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Putin Manandhar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sumit. Have you ever experienced flying kite? Anyone? Wouldn't you ever?
I don't even know.
Okay. Normally, the process starts with knotting of the kites. Then it is tied with a thread, which is in a roll of knotting. And we then need to feel the direction of the air and attempt to fly the kite. And slowly, with circles and rounds of circling, the kite slowly takes the height. And it's so amazing. It's so amazing to see the flawless kites flying in the clear blue sky. And as the kites fly higher and higher, the knot between the kite and the threads gets more stronger. So, same as in our relationship, we also experience the same thing. As the stronger the knot is, the stronger our relations. And the tighter the knot is, better is our relationship and reach to the highest. During the flying kites, we many times face the intruders, which tries to disconnect our flight in the flight of the kite. So same as in our relationship, these things happens. So born in August 23rd, 2023, 4:15 p.m. WorldLink Toastmaster is already 6 weeks old. And within this time, we have already created 16 speakers here on the line, 6 table topic masters, 6 grammarians, and so on. Thank you, all the club members, and especially the ex-com members, and also the evaluators and general evaluators who has always been a source of guidance for us. Good evening. My name is Toastmasters Putin Manandhar, taking the role of Toastmasters of the evening for today. For the benefit of guests, I think there is no guest here, but also benefit of guests, this meeting is normally divided in 3 parts. First is the prepared speech sessions, where our speakers will give their speeches on their pathways and levels and projects. And second one is the table topic session, where attendees also can participate in this session, and it's an impromptu session. Normally, this session is of challenging one, but it's the most fun part of this meeting. And last is the evaluation session, where the team of general evaluators, including his direct and indirect evaluators, will do the overall aspect of the meeting. So, going back to my theme once again. Selecting a good kite and with the proper knotting, you will have an amazing experience of flying kite. But believe me, with the bad kite and and improper knotting, you might experience the hell of the experience in that thing. Similar in relationship, that is like I think most of have experienced these things. So without further delay, now I would like to call upon General Evaluator Toastmaster Mridul Basnet for the introduction of his direct and indirect evaluators. So introducing Toastmasters Mridul. He has been in Toastmasters for lucky 7 years, and he is associated with Center for Leadership and Entrepreneurship. He is a pro wrestling fan. Okay, now I would like to call upon General Evaluator for his.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Hello, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Mridul, not a pro wrestler, but a pro wrestling fan. And I am your general evaluator, which means I will be leading the general evaluation session with my team of direct and indirect evaluators. Let me do the introduction of the tag team, also known as timer, the R counter, and the grammarian. So today we have Toastmaster Roshan, who loves to travel, trek, and play football, taking on the role of a timer. Toastmaster Roshan, could you please highlight your role as the timer?
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good afternoon, my fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. I am Toastmaster Roshan and I am pleased to be timer of today's meeting.
One important skill of a good speaker is to express a thought within a time limit or a specific time. As the timer, I will help you to develop this skill. For every speech, there is a minimum time requirement and maximum time requirement. My duty is to time the prepared speeches, which is table topic speeches and speech evaluation during this meeting. The green card indicates qualifying time. Yellow card indicates the targeted time. And the red time includes the maximum time, and you have 30 seconds to complete your speech. For a 4 to 6 minute speech, I'll show you the green card at 4 minutes. And for the I'll show and for the yellow card at 5 minutes and the red card at 6 minutes. For direct and indirect evaluation, you have 2 to 3 minutes. The green card is shown as 2 minutes and 30 seconds. 2 minutes, and the yellow card is shown as 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and the red card will be shown at 3 minutes. And you have 30 minutes to finish your speech. Similarly, the evaluator has 4 to 5 minutes. For table topics, each speaker is encouraged to speak for at least 1 to 2 minutes. I'll show the green card at 1 minute and yellow card at 1 minute and 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes. If you speak under the time or over the time by 30 seconds, you will be disqualified and you will be not eligible for the awards. I'll report my qualifying time when called upon through the meeting. Over to you, Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Roshan. Playing the role of a grammarian, today we have Toastmaster Anil, who is the customer support manager at WorldLink Communications. He is very compassionate, adventurous, and a music fan, just like me. So, Toastmaster Anil, would you please highlight your role as the grammarian for today's meeting?
Of course. Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, Toastmasters, and welcome guests. I'm pleased to be the grammarian for today's meeting. As a grammarian, my job is to pick out the good use of language during the meeting. I'll pay attention to your pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary, and provide suggestions for improvements. At the end of the meeting, I will present my report to you. But before that, I would like to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is rapture. I would like to request everyone pronounce with me. Rapture. It's a noun. It's not a verb. So keep in mind this is a noun, and the meaning of rapture is it is an intense feeling of joy, delight, or ecstasy, often associated with a sense of excitement and enthusiasm. For example, the audience was in rapture as the talented musician performed their music, filling the room with an electrifying sense of excitement and emotion. So here, I would like uh, to encourage all of you to use the word of the day as frequently as you can during the meeting. Every time anyone uses the word of the day will be applauded. At the end of the meeting, I'll make a report based on my observation for you. Back to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anil. Now, playing the role of our counter, we have Toastmaster Anu, who is the branch manager at Pepsi Cola branch. She is fond of reading, cooking, and she likes to indulge in life-provoking thoughts. Toastmaster Anu, would you please highlight your role as the our counter?
Thank you, General Evaluator. As an all-counter, I will track unnecessary sounds and repetitive words such as like, you know what I mean, and then, this means, and so on. I'll also count your pauses and gender confusion during the speech, like he for her and she for him. I'll present my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you, and back to you, General.
Finally, we have Toastmaster Puneet, who is playing the role of ballot officer for today's meeting. Though a little anxious at times because of uncertainty of life, he loves to live in the moments, derives happiness from basic things like watching a wild monsoon river at its maximum flow. Toastmaster Puneet, please highlight your role as the ballot officer.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Voting is the only time where you can judge someone without being judged in return. At least until the time when you are playing that role. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. At the vote counter, I will determine, based on your votes, today's winners in following categories: Best Featured Speaker, Best Evaluator, Best Table Topic Speaker, and Best Role Taker. You'll be asked to vote after each session of the meeting. Please use the bottom side of the agenda sheet provided to you. Write down the name of the speaker which you feel did well in the various categories and submit your vote. Guests are welcome to vote, but unfortunately there are no guests, so I can be considered as the guest. For those who are physically less able, I'll come to you and assist you to cast your vote. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
So that was the introduction of my indirect evaluators. The introduction of direct evaluators will be at the direct evaluation session itself. All in all, for now, I'll see you in the evaluation session. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, General. Okay, back to my theme again. Just a short one. So, you can relate that the relation of thread and kite is so vast. We have so many experience where we can relate to the knotting of the thread and kite. I remember that I was so obsessed and raptured about flying kites that my t-shirts used to get fried with numerous holes due to long stay in the roof flying kites. So I was so much obsessed for the kite flying. Now moving on, we'll be now move on to the speaker session. So speakers, are you ready? Yes. Speakers, are you ready?
Yes.
Very low sound. Okay. For the featured speaker, our first speaker is Smreeti Tuladhar. And talking about her, not a morning person until charged with a coffee. a passionate traveler, home baker, loved to be in the crowd of every jatras of the town and likes to get lost in the get lost in the nature once in a while. And about the theme of today, she says that when you look above the clear skies and feel the cool breeze touching you, you want to flow that breeze like a kite. Fly away where life takes you with that thread. Dasai is here. Okay, now I would like to say something about the objectives of the speech from the Toastmasters Ruksa. Talchabhandal. Sorry, Talchabhandal. So it's like 10 kg of name and 100 kg of 100 kg of surname. Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Toastmaster Smreeti is giving her icebreaker speech today, and the purpose of the speech is to introduce yourself to the audience, to the club, and to learn the basic structure of public speaking. All the best, Toastmaster Smreeti.
Okay, since Toastmaster Smreeti is giving her first icebreaker speech, so I would like to give her a standing ovation. Okay, Toastmaster Smreeti, the continuous flow and cycle of life. The continuous flow and cycle of life, Toastmaster Smreeti, the stage is all yours.
Thank you. Life is a journey. And one thing you don't do on a journey is stay at one place. This is the line from the famous movie Fargo that I like to live by. One fine December evening, when everyone was shivering with cold and savoring the hot sweet Newari delicacy, on the occasion of Yamaripuni, a baby girl was born to a small and loving family. She was named Smreeti. Yes, that's me, fellow Toastmaster Smreeti I am. Being the firstborn of my parents, I was very pampered and stubborn, who painted the white walls of our classroom all green with the grass. Why? I didn't like that white color. I often used to get up at different locations after school, persuading my teachers that my parents will pick me up from there, leaving my parents wander around the streets of New Road and Austin area. When asked why I did that, I simply answered, I got bored getting off the same bus stop every day. But look at the generosity of my parents. I never got to taste the brooms and dadoos from them. My childhood was around the courtyard of my mamagar, right behind the famous Talchabhandal. I grew up playing guttas, chungi, rubber bands. I liked to roam around the old alleys of Kathmandu Darbar Square and Austin area only. This pretty much explains why I am a Jatra lover. I feel ruptured gazing the amazing walls of Nipa Mandala's art and architecture. Once I was done with SLC in the flying colors, I joined +2 in science, hoping one day I will be able to build house, roads, or do something with computers. Was I able to do any of that? We'll see later. I loved going to college, not to study. Honestly, biology was never my cup of tea, dissecting frogs and worms. However, chemistry was all fun with booms and bangs from the sound of experiment. Coming back to why I liked college, we were 10 girls and 50 boys in our batch. We used to say, "Ek jana kiti lai 5 jana ketaharu huन्छन्." From this point onwards, I got along more with boys, and till today, I have very few girlfriends. Now, do you want to know what did I build? House, road? Sadly, nothing. I could not clear entrance exam at Pulchok Engineering Campus. Without getting disheartened, I joined Bachelor's in Management. After graduating, I started my professional journey as a call center agent, which was a night job. Pickup van used to pick me early wee hours. This part was full of nightlife, fun, party, overall money. Why? Pick and drop, food and snacks was all from the office. I barely had time to do any shopping to spend my money. All night I was working. All day I used to sleep. Almost after 2 years of this life, like every other Nepali, I also decided to go abroad to do my master's. Then I got selected into one of the university. My passport stamped with visa, packed my suitcases, and flew in a jet plane for the very first time in my life, soon to be landed in the Heathrow Airport, London. In this life, I got to experience a lot of friends, emotions, struggles, drunken stories, most importantly, love. What else you'll expect when you are in a foreign land? Finally, did my master, worked for a few years. One fine rainy morning, holding hands with my love and friends, we all set for another voyage. We all came back to motherland while the country was all drenched in rain. Being here for some time, I joined WorldLink, and till today I am here standing in front of you all. In this part, I got to travel a lot, far and wide within the country. Earthquake, Nakabandi, global pandemic, work from home. I got to experience all these life-changing scenarios while working here only. This has made me more confident, resilient, be able to face any kind of challenges life has in store for me. Talking about Toastmasters, why I joined this, I always had this inner passion to be a better speaker. Now, in all this chaos of my life's journey, if you are wondering where did I leave my love life? Well, I got married to him back in the March 2016. We have been the best critic to each other and drinking partners. Now, coming to the most ruptured part of this entire journey of my life. Last year, 15th June, a beautiful baby girl was born to us, Samsara, the continuous flow and cycle of life. Since then, I am enjoying my motherhood, full-time job, being annoying wife to my amazing husband, lazy daughter to my parents and sister. Above all, I'm trying to be the woman of substance. With this, I would like to take a pause from my life's journey for now, more in the days ahead. Before I take my leave, this year, Yom Ripuni is on December 26th, the day after Christmas. I will be looking forward for some gifts from you all. Thank you.
Wow, what a wonderful speech. Till now, we get to know that our Mama is near to Talchabhandal. I didn't know that because I also used to live there. And it is the place where most of the jatras of Kathmandu happens. Most of the jatras. So I can feel now why she is a jatra lover. And another thing is, she and our husband like are used with the cheers, cheering for each other. And she has a beautiful daughter as well. So thank you, Toastmasters Smreeti. Moving on, I would like to move with the second speaker of today. She is Toastmaster Ambika Rana. Talking about Toastmasters Ambika Rana, she is a joyful, easygoing, and adaptable with everybody except toxic people. Love to be happy, even in every small things. Wow. And talking about the theme, she just says doesn't. when I ask like what do you like, what comes in your mind when you think about the thread and kite, she says doesn't. Now I would like to ask Toastmaster Aman Lama for Toastmasters Aniket Rauniyar, Rauniyar for describing our objectives of the speech for today.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Toastmaster Ambika Rana is giving an icebreaker speech, level 1, project 1. The purpose of this speech is to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speaking. I hope you give a better speech. All the best.
Okay, since this is also our first icebreaker speech, so I would like to give our standing ovation. Toastmasters Ambika Rana, taking a first step with faith. Taking a first step with faith. Toastmasters Ambika Rana, stage is all yours.
Delivering a speech and delivering a baby has been same labor process for me. I was pregnant with my icebreaker speech a couple of weeks ago, and finally I'm delivering the rapture speech. Famous saying, but by the Martin Luther King's, take a first step with a faith. You don't need to look the whole staircase. Just take a first step. And I'm happy to report that I'm taking my first step with the icebreaker speech. Good afternoon, all the fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. I met my parents 33 years ago in Vadivas Mohatani and named me as Ambika Rana. I have two siblings, younger and older brother. When I was 3 years old, my parents moved to Kathmandu, where my father used to work at BNB Hospital as a CSST in charge, which refers to Central Sterilized Supply Department. I did my schooling from Study Tharmalokta School, situated at Nagpur, Lalitpur. When I was in my school, I got to engage in lots of curriculum activities, such as dancing in the Parents' Day, taking part in the games in Sports Day, anchoring, and also much more. I was a Scout student also. One of the memorable part of my school was I always get to have the position 7 from grade 6 to grade 9. No matter how hard I used to get out of that position, I always ended with that number. But never mind, I was every student throughout the year. Likewise, I did my master and bachelor from the Caspian Valley College, and the main subject was finance and marketing. I used to wonder how the internet works. What does that mean? How the Wi-Fi used to work in the devices. And luckily, I pursued my career in warning communications in 2015. From call center to sales supervisor, I got to learn about the internet technology, sales pitching, communication ethics, and how to work in the team, and much more about the leadership and management. Life is a continuous process, and it is the process that begins with the birth and continues throughout the life. But sometimes it becomes the roller coaster. 2 years back, I lost my mother, who was diagnosed with a throat cancer. Since then, everything had changed. I could not continue where I was begin. I lost my performance in my work, and also I lost the opportunities of growth that has been away from me. And as the saying goes, life is a running bicycle. To keep in a balance, we should keep on moving. I am stepping forward with a positive vibe, strong mindset, and continue to do the work which I left behind. With the continuous hard effort and the help of teamwork and the guidance of a good leader, I was able to win the Best Branch Award for the Pepsi Color branch recently. And that has made me more ambitious too. Because as they say, nothing succeeds as success. I want to aim high and the work which makes me happy. Fellow Toastmasters, thank you for hearing me. Thank you for being with me. And thank you for hearing my survival story. I am survived. The ice is well. And thank you for hearing me. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Ambika, for a wonderful speech once again. As he talk about the entrance at WorldLink from call center to supervisory level, it's a motivation for all of us that despite the difficult situation you had faced in your life, you still decided to move on. So best of luck for that. Moving on. Now let's move to our third speaker. Speaker is Toastmasters Niki Maharjan. Talking about her, in the fast-paced realm of technology and code, there exists a soul who finds solace and delight in the most unexpected places. She is a software developer by profession, whose heart beats not only to the rhythm of algorithms, but also to the life's small wonders. She loves to find happiness in small things and constantly seeking for the new adventures. And about her thought on today's cousin, festive, and food for the theme. Now, I would like to request Toastmaster Aman Lama to describe her objectives of the speech of today.
Toastmaster Niki Maharjan is giving her icebreaker speech. So the purpose of this speech is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speaking. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Okay, since this is also our first icebreaker speech, so I would like to request to give our views. Toastmasters Niki Maharjan, an unexpected event led to remarkable outcome. An unexpected event led to remarkable outcome. Toastmasters Niki Maharjan, the stage is all yours.
Have you ever wondered how an unexpected event led to a remarkable outcome? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Toastmaster Niki Maharjan, currently working as a software developer here at WorldLink. There's a weird story of how I come to this point. So let's dive into. Let's dive into how I reached to this point as a software developer, which was never my plans. I was born on an auspicious day of Bala Chaturdasi in 1997. I was born as a healthy kid, but I suffered from a severe pneumonia at just 6 months of age. I only survived by taking injection twice a day for 1 whole month. The only good thing about it is I don't remember that experience, but I'm sure it must have been very painful for me. For my preschool, I went to Navajivan. To reach there, I had to travel through fields which were all muddy and slippery during rainfalls, during rainy seasons. So I had to come back home and get changed my uniform, which was fun for me, but not fun for my mother. As a childhood, I had a very sad childhood, as I have only one brother who used to stay at hostels for most of his school life, so I had no one to play with me. And also, my father used to get up early and go to work at early in the morning and come back late, 7 days a week. So the only fun for me was to wait for Saturdays, during which I could go to my mama house, and on my way I could have some sweets and ice creams. That was some kind of rapture I had as a childhood. I completed my school and high school from Little Angels, so life till high school was pretty normal. So now let's dive into the moment of my life, which was very unexpected and brought me where I am today. I always wanted to become an engineer, a civil engineer to be specific, as my father was also in the same line of work. So I prepared for engineering classes, but unfortunately, I didn't get into it. So I was left with only two options: either to take a break, prepare again, and apply next year, or to join colleges affiliated to Pokhara or Purvanchal universities. I chose latter and gave entrance exam in NCIT for civil engineering. But little did I knew life had different plans for me. When the result was published, I found out that my name was in the uh, IT. So surprised, I was so surprised because I didn't apply for that. And when I asked about this in my college, they told me that due to the fulfillment of quota in civil, they published my name in IT. I was totally confused and disheartened and angry at that time. So me and my father went to the principal's office, and there he told me about how IT is going to be the future. And then I decided to take on the course. I didn't just stop there. I joined MBA in 2021, and in a month or so, I'll be graduated. So I hope this will add value to my career as well as to my life. So, all the Toastmasters, this is me, Niki Maharjan, a girl who had a simple childhood and how one unexpected moment led her to become an accidental software developer. Thank you.
Okay. We at times in our life at times we always have been a fighter. Maybe a gang fighter, maybe a fight for the food, fight for the many things. So for the speech of Niki as well, she has mentioned many things about as working as a fighter. So that's so for now we have come to an end of the first session of our meeting today. So thank you all the speakers. Timer, are all the speakers on time?
Yes, all are on time and we are ready.
Okay. Now I would like to request you for voting our speakers. There is in the agenda sheet. I think everyone is aware of. We just need to tear the better feature speaker and vote for that.
Can we vote?
Accept the speakers.
Please give some note. Give some note. Okay, until our Toastmaster Puneet collects the vote, I'm again going back to the theme of today, thread and kite. Back in those days, flying kite was my favorite activities. It was one of the ingredients for amusement, creativity, adventure, love messengers, battle, quarrel, what else? And I used to dare so much for the kites that I remember like jumping from one building to another building for the kite. And at sometimes when we see the disconnected kite from the sky, we used to run for that kite, and we see that other peoples are also coming for the same kite. And then we say that it's my kite, hey, mero, 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 with all the eloquence of the slangs. More than kites, it also used to be the messenger of our heart. When we see beautiful girls in the roof, we intentionally land the kites at that roof with the love messages. And sometimes it mistakenly lands on their brothers, and the quarrel starts. So many such experience we can relate to thread and kite. It's just not the thread and kite. It has a history for me. So moving on to the second session of this meeting. So that's the table topic session. So which will be led by Toastmasters Sujit Casey. Talking about Sujit, Toastmaster Sujit, he is fond of music, travel, and making new friends. Kind of a guy who recommend and live the life at its fullest. Also believes do no harm to other will make you a better person. Toastmaster Sujit. Okay, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anup Manandhar. And I am ruptured with excitement and emotions on upcoming festival of most of the Hindus, the side. And the theme, Thread and Kite, has overwhelmed the today's meeting as well. So I have two topics related to the festival. And likewise, our timer has three colors. I have three colors as well. Table topic will be helping our speakers to have creativity and show the impromptu speech without having been prepared ahead of time. So I would like everyone, I mean like Toastmasters, to take part in table topic session. I have got pink, yellow, and green. So anyone want to go with the colors? Which one is that? Green. Green. So the green is the feeling of flying kites. Okay, the feeling of flying kites.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters. I am Pratyush Ranjit, Toastmaster Pratyush Ranjit. So, this feeling of flying kites, we all have experience of flying kites. I also have this when I was a kid. I started flying kite from class 4, but I was not very good kite flyer like Mr. Anu. I knew. So what I used to do when I used to fly kite, many of us who fly kite, they knew, I used to put the tail, because with tail, the flying kite is very easy. So I'm not that pro flying kite flyer who can fly without the tail. And I had experience like this. When we used to fly kite, we have to wait for the wind, and sometimes to take the first flight, we have to wait for, even being the child, so I was young, so I had to try at least 10-15 times to get up, to get the fly in the sky. So when I used to fly kite, the feeling, the most amazing part was like I am flying the kite. So that is the thing. That's something you could do, even though you want to, we could not fly ourselves, but I can relate that I was flying the kite, and I can, my imagination was like I was feeling, I personally was feeling like I was flying. So these are the things. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratyush, for his experience sharing on flying kites. Now I have two other topics left with yellow and pink in color. Anyone likes to go with yellow or pink? Pink. So, it's a powerful topic. The festival of Durga, named as Dasai.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sujit. Wow, what a rupture moment we are having. And thank you for our Toastmaster of the evening for this captivating topic, Dasai, focusing on Dasai. So, Durga, named as Dasai. So, everyone can relate Dasai with Durga Mata. Everyone worship Durga because we all belongs to Hindu culture. So, why do we worship Durga? Because it's a symbol of strength and it symbolizes the power of woman also, and not only the power, but it's also indicate, I think it also indicate the victory upon the injustice. So Durga is not only the name, is the, we can title it as a victory upon the injustice. And what I heard in my childhood that during the Dasai, Ashwin is not exact the month when Dasai was celebrated. Before it was celebrated during the Chaitra month. And in those days, due to the malaria and other kind of disease, our Jyotish Shastra had transferred this festive season in October month. That is all from my side. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shamini, for sharing few words on the topic. Like Toastmaster Pratyush says, flying kites are symbol of festival. Like Toastmaster Shamini says, the celebration of Goddess Durga, victory over injustice, is also a sign of festival. Like playing cards is also sign of festival, I believe. So the third topic is, I'm not asking, I'm just disclosing the topic, playing cards during the festivals. Anyone? So this is the topic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sujit. Frankly, I have never played cards, and I'm not I just know some of the game like Teen Patti, Jutpati. Actually, we used to play that a lot in my childhood with my aunts, sisters, kids in the neighborhood, my neighbors. I actually loved playing Jutpati when I was a kid, but I don't play it nowadays. I usually play it at the night time when there used to be a lot of load shedding, so we didn't have anything to do. Actually, I lived my childhood watching televisions and cartoons. So playing card is not my thing, actually. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratik. I would like to request timer, are all the Toastmasters for vote?
Eligible.
Thank you very much. I would request everyone to cast their vote for the table topic speakers. Table topic one, speaker 1 was Pratyush Ranjit, speaker 2 was Samani Shubedi, and speaker 3 was Pratik Thambakar. Okay. On that note, I would like to hand over the platform to the Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmasters Sujit, for that wonderful conduct of the Toast table topic session. And thank you all the speakers who dared to come here and give their speeches. Now, moving on to the third round of this meeting, we'll be moving on for the evaluation session. Now, I would like to request our general evaluator, Toastmaster Mridul Basnet, for a 5 minutes break for the overall evaluation of the meeting. Okay, for 5 minutes, I have one game for all of us. Since it's a thread and kite, so without the thread and kite, not virtually, but practically present here, this meeting won't be fulfilled. So I am now inviting 3 from the attendees for a small session for knotting the kite. So whoever we have a small award as well. Right? We have a small award as well. So I am ready with this kite and thread. TM Toastmaster Roshan, are you free?
Yes.
No, for the timer. because I am late this time. Okay, please. Can you just three of us come here first? 1, 2. Okay. Now the candidates are all back. I will provide you one kite and one thread each. As soon as I say start, then when you start. Okay. Wait.
Let them sit facing the side.
No. This is just this is yours. Second one is yours. Third one is yours. Wait. Already found. Okay. Okay. So this is all mine. I'm sorry. This is all mine. Yes, it's all yours. Okay. All the competitors are ready. Can we start? Yes. On the count of 3, you can just start this. And as I said, the winner will have an award as well. So,
Not the dancing award. Not the dancing on the stage.
surprise. Award cannot be like flash in advance. Okay. So on the count of 3, start the knotting of the kite and make my theme successful. Okay. 1. What? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's start. You listen, whoever fast. Don't forget the award. Yes, Toastmaster Pradesh, Toastmaster Sujit, and Toastmaster Produce are all trying to knot the kite. Not the kite. Yes. Oh my God, Sujit already make big hole on the kite. Okay. Whoa. No, proper knotting is still not done, right? Yes. We need to do a proper knotting. Proper knotting is still not done.
Wow.
Oh my lord.
Toastmaster.
People are, Toastmasters are utilizing the thread and kite. Okay. We have the winner here. Number one. No, number one is
All three together. All three together.
No. Yours. Number one is Sujit. No. Number two is Pratyush. And number three is.
I think we should fly
Provis.
first.
Huh?
We should check whether it flies.
Yeah. We should check if it
We have to
flies.
check the accuracy
Where
of
do you want? You want to go America? Okay, just be online. For the first prize winner, second prize winner, and third prize winner, we have that in this. Where is the one? I thought that it was stolen. Okay, the first prize is Cadbury Fuse. No, first prize. The first prize goes to Toastmaster Sujit. And the second award is Nestle Kit Kat Chocolate. Okay. Congratulations. And last but not the least, is Kit Kat, Nestle Kit Kat 10 rupees IC. Congratulations. Okay. Thank you all the participants for your active participation for this session. Now you can move on to your seats. Thank you. That's for you. Thank you. Does anyone on this session have like funny incident flying kites? Anyone from the guest or anyone from the road takers? Toastmasters? Anyone?
experience of flying kite.
Yes.
Funny experience.
Funny experience of flying kites. Okay, let's give a warm welcome to our Toastmaster Putin Manandhar. Okay, the stage is all yours.
Thank you.
Make some fun.
So funny incident about flying kites. I'm sure we almost have so many funny incidents about flying kites. One funny incident, I don't know. It can be termed as funny, it can be termed as sad. So it was around my class 6 or 7. I don't remember clearly. That's the memory problem that I already introduced in my icebreaking speech. I have a younger brother, and one of my cousin brother came during a Dasai holiday in our home. So that day, as a child, those of you who are older, Gen Y, they will know that we didn't have much of the thing to do at those days in our childhood, except for flying kites. The playing card system wasn't there, and we usually don't have money to play cards too. So we were flying kite after having our lunch during the noon, maybe 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So my cousin brother was trying to fly the kite. He couldn't. I tried. I also couldn't. And then my younger brother tried. And so, as usual, he also failed. So what my cousin said, we have a long house. It's a small in the face, but it's very long. So what he said that you give the kite the flight, and I'll pull this and run all the way back. So my younger brother, he went there. He just threw the kite in the air and started to run. I was looking at the kite, and after some time, the kite fell. I was shouting, why don't you pull? Why don't you pull faster? And when I looked back, he wasn't there. While running, he fell from the roof. It was funny at that time, but when
We went down and to check him. He fell on the stairs. It was so lucky that he didn't hit his head on the floor. I think he didn't break his back because we were young and the bones in our youth it's flexible, so it doesn't break easily. So that is one of the funny stories that I have of flying the kite. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful sharing. Okay. Now let's welcome back our evaluators. Now I would like to call upon our general evaluator, Toastmasters Mridul, for the oral evaluation of this session.
Thank you once again, Toastmaster of the evening. Hello everyone. So I'm back for the general evaluation session. A general evaluation session is the most important part of a Toastmasters meeting because it's when we get fresh feedbacks. Our speakers, our overall meetings are evaluated, and I'll be playing the role of a backup. The Toastmaster of the evening was a good call. Now it's me as the general evaluator playing the role of a backup. Now the general evaluation session is divided into 3 sessions. The first is where our direct speakers are evaluated by our direct evaluators. The second is my tag team will be giving their evaluations. The final will be my verdict on the overall meeting. So let's get into the first session, that is the direct evaluation session. Our first speaker today was Toastmaster Smreeti, and evaluating Toastmaster Smreeti is Toastmaster Ruksa. Now, Toastmaster Ruksa is a third-year BBA student at Presidential College with the urge to become a business enthusiast one day. Toastmaster Ruksa, you will have 2 to 3 minutes to give your evaluation. Timer, please show her the green back at 2 minutes, at 2 minutes 30, the yellow, and the red at 3 minutes. Toastmaster Ruksa, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, friends, guests, and especially our featured speaker, Toastmaster Smith. Before I start my evaluation, I would like to commend you on coming up to the stage and giving your first icebreaker speech, which was fantastic and was raptured. So, as you know that the Toastmaster as an icebreaker speech is a pivotal moment in Toastmaster's journey, right? So, coming up to the stage and speaking brilliantly was one of the major and the best things you have ever did today. So, let me ask you a question. What is the gender of a child?
Female.
Female. In what festival did she was born in? See, you did better. The purpose of this speech is to let people know who you are and to know and to make a connection between each and everyone present here. And you did it perfectly. And you were very clear, very concise, and we understood what you were saying actually. We all know that who you are now and what is your goal in Toastmasters. Moving on, the structure of your speech. You began your speech with a quote, continued with your introduction, your experiences, and then concluded with what is your goal, and a final statement about your birthday, which grabbed each and everyone's attention. That was also a best part. Moving on, you used the technology. As we are in 21st century, we have to use it, and let us all get motivated to use technologies as well. And as we know that we are in Toastmasters, and an evaluation is the breakfast for champions. And if I were in your position, I would have avoided looking down all the time and in the front for the eye contact. However, this is the icebreaker speech, and you will gradually learn this in project 2 and 3. In this part, this was the best. The second thing is, if you used a word or phrase in Nepali, you should have translated in English, as we might have international guests, or we are recorded right now, so that recording can be sent to the international way. Is it gone that way? No, so we should do that. So we should avoid when you use the word of 5 5 guys for a single girl. That would have made the speech better. Moving on, you work fab in the speech. However, one mistake, it's not a mistake. However, one thing I would have done is where you have stated all the life events, and if you have made a scenario out of it, you have acted as you were actually using the technology. You could have created a scenario, and that scenario could be seen by each and everyone present. So they will always remember the thing. Overall, you did great. That was a fantastic work, and I will be looking forward to listening more from you and do the development that you will be doing in Toastmasters. That's it. Thank you.
Our second speaker was Toastmaster Ambika, and evaluating Toastmaster Ambika is Toastmaster Aniket. The Toastmaster Aniket is the president of Siam Toastmasters Club. He is a boxer, not in the ring, but in life, and he is a work in progress who tries to do something new every time he is given an opportunity. Toastmaster Aniket, same timing as Toastmaster Ruksa. Let's all welcome Toastmaster Aniket with a huge round of applause.
A mother, a Toastmaster, and a work employee. To include that in an icebreaker speech is something that's truly valuable. And I highly salute to all the mothers, employees, and Toastmasters present over here. Toastmaster Ambika, you were awesome. Being a mother, being a Toastmaster, and being an employee. You started off your speech with a very humorous quote. Can anyone guess what the quote was? And how? I'll give you a hint. How? Okay, see, you got the purpose right. You began your speech in such an energetical way that I was speechless. And to have that in the very first quote, it's something that you must always keep on doing. You followed a timeline structure. On top of that, you maintained how your personal life and making a speech was incorporated, and you were raptured. I loved how you diverted us from your very saddest moments to the very coolest moments of your life. And that particular thing made me realize that you made the objectives of your icebreaker speech clear, crystal, but most importantly, captured. However, in Toastmasters, feedback is not only the breakfast, it's the nutrition. It's the soul energy that drives you. It gives you power, it gives you confidence, and most importantly, it makes you perfect. There are some things that I would like to recommend you that you have worked upon. For example, you were constantly looking at the timer and you were thinking that when will that flag turn green? And by that, you missed your content. There was so much you could have done. Sometimes, don't look at the timer, but know your timings inside your mind. You were a bit energetic at the top, a bit more monotonous at the bottom. You must maintain that energy whenever you give. Overall, there are so much things that I have included here, but since this is an icebreaker speech, I would like to say all the best for your future speeches as well. Thank you.
Finally, our third speaker was Toastmaster Niki, and Toastmaster Niki is being evaluated by Toastmaster Aman. Toastmaster Aman is an MBA student. He is also the secretary of Siam Toastmasters Club, and he is a project engineer under OpenAI. Toastmaster Aman the final evaluator for the direct speaker. The timings are same as the previous evaluators. The floor is all yours.
I remember my first time being on the stage, delivering my icebreaker speech. Being a software developer, like Toastmaster Niki, I know I like comfort my own personal space so much that I don't care about anybody else. This being on the stage is an achievement for us software developers, an introvert like us. We all I've heard Toastmaster, first speaker and third speaker both shared the similar dilemma of IOE in trance. I faced that particular scene back in 2016 or 15 maybe. We all faced that dilemma. That deprives you of your confidence, right? But moving on, as you you can see the say is coming. So there is a process that you actually incorporate for flying a kite, right? So first of all, you put in coca. So that's the first step for that ruptured moment you feel when you fly a kite. Your kite is flying high in the sky. That feeling. For that feeling, you need to take the first step. So Toastmaster Niki, this was your first step to become a better public speaker. So I could see you were pretty nervous because you were I believe you were an introvert in the beginning, but you, as you went through your speech, you gradually gained your confidence, and it was pretty amazing how you delivered your speech. And she is an engineer by profession, so she is very clever. She started with a question so that everybody else who were busy on their own stuff, you grabbed their attention pretty well with a question. So that was pretty amazing. Being an icebreaker speech, you used the word of the day. You incorporated that in your speech, so that is very commendable. You had a great structure, but I believe if I were you, I would work more on the body part, because I felt that a little bit of body was missing. When you told, as your speech title goes, I believe the outcome was missing. The remarkable outcome that you were talking about in your title, that was missing. So I believe you could work more on that. So for your further speeches, to challenge yourself, because Toastmasters is about improving, right? So to challenge yourself, you could use more of this stage and maintain eye contact with everybody so that you can connect with each and everybody. And to in order to challenge yourself in further speeches, you could use props like those first speaker did. She used technology, so you're a software developer. You can do that very well, I know that. So I believe this Toastmasters, joining Toastmasters will add value to your career even more, and all the best for your future speeches. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aman. That brings us to the end of the direct evaluation session. Timer, are all the evaluators eligible for voting?
Yes, all I
Yes. So now I'd like to request you all to cast your vote for your favorite evaluator. Our first evaluator was Toastmaster Ruksa, second evaluator Toastmaster Aniket, and third Toastmaster was Toastmaster Aman. I'll give you 30 seconds to cast your vote. With the exception of the evaluators themselves, they can't vote. And you can't vote 2 times as well, only once. I think we're done with the voting. So, let's move to the second evaluation session. The want anything? Let's move to the second evaluation session. The second evaluation session is the indirect evaluation session. With my keen tag team, the timer, the accounter, and the grammarian, who are eager with their reports. There's a saying in Toastmasters: if you start to lose an argument, correct their grammar. So I'd like to request Toastmaster Anil, our grammarian for today's meeting, to present his report. Toastmaster Anil, you will have 1 to 2 minutes to give your report. The floor is all yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Dear fellow Toastmasters, friends and guests, it was a pleasure listening to your speeches, and I do find a few good uses of English that I would like to share. Meanwhile, I would like to point out some of the words and sentences that can be improved. Here it goes. There were some improper use of languages been found, such as same line of work could have been same field, little did I knew could have been little I did know, will be graduated could have been will be graduated, back in those days could have been during those days, in the roof could have been on the roof, kind of guy who recommend could have been kind of guy who recommends or recommended, and being prepared could have been getting prepared, who fly, many of us who fly kite could have been who flew kite. Experience like this could have been such experiences. In those days could have been on those days. Sign of festivals could have been momentum, like there was used. Playing cards were sign of festivals could have been momentums. Like actual love could have been actually loved or preferred. Playing card is not my thing could have been my cup of tea. Playing card is not my cup of tea. This was or icebreaker could have been an icebreaker. A mother, a TM, and an employee could have been an employee. Similarly, evaluators who has could have been who have. Guchas could have been marbles. Bachelors in management could have been bachelor of management. I hope you give could have been I hope you will give. Student also could have been as well. Ended could have been ended up with that. Pursue could have been pursued. Hearing me could have been listening me. Talking about these word uses today, I actually had a rupture moment. Most of people used the words. I would like to announce the names. Anup used Toastmaster Anup used once. Toastmaster Smreeti used twice. Toastmaster Ambika used once. Toastmaster Niki used once. Toastmaster Somani used once. Evaluator 1 used once. Evaluator 2 used twice. Evaluator 3 used once. Thank you. Over to you, General Dad.
I'm sure you wouldn't lose an argument now, since you can correct all the grammars. Now imagine you propose someone, you're eagerly waiting for the reply, and all you hear is, how would you feel? So counting our hours announced today, playing the role of our counter, Toastmaster Anu, I'd like to request you to give your report. With a huge round of applause, let's welcome Toastmaster Anu.
Thank you, General Evaluator. All the speakers were awesome. However, I noticed some unusual and repetitive words, and the report goes like this. Toastmaster Putin Manandhar had 5 walls. He had 3 use of likes and 4 use of so. 5 repetitive words, 1 overlong pause, and 6 other hesitations. General Evaluator Toastmaster Mridul is almost his 4th place till now. Grammarian Toastmaster Anil had many O's, 3 use of likes, and first feature speaker Smreeti Tuladhar had 1 other hesitations. Feature speaker number 2, Toastmaster Ambika had used 2 O's, 2 repetitive words, and many other hesitations. Evaluator 1, Toastmaster Ruksa had use of 1 O, 1 use of like, 3 and 3 repetitive words, and 2 overlong pauses. Evaluator number 2, Toastmaster Aniket, was almost spotless. And evaluator 3, Aman Lama, Toastmaster Aman Lama had used 1 off, 1 many likes, too many likes. 4 repetitive words, 2 overlong pauses, and 1 other hesitation. Table topic is speaker number 1. Pratyush Ranjit had used 2 O's, 2 likes, 3 so, 2 repetitive words, 2 overlong pauses, and 2 other hesitations. Table topic master, Toastmaster Sujit KC had used many O's, many likes, and 1 repetitive word, and 1 overlong pause, and 1 other hesitation. Table topic is speaker number 2. Someone Subedi used many O's, 2 likes, 1 so, 2 repetitive words, and 2 overlong pauses, and 1 other hesitation. Table topic is speaker number 3. Toastmaster Pratyush used 4 O's, 1 overused word, 1 overlong pauses, and 1 other hesitations. Thank you.
Finally, it says that time can heal broken heart, just like broken arms and legs. Playing the role of timer, Toastmaster Roshan. Toastmaster Roshan, can we please have a report till now?
Thank you, General Evaluator. I am ruptured to be the timer for the day. I am here presenting my report. General Evaluator has taken total of 5 minutes and 15 seconds till now. Evaluator 1 TM Ruksa has taken 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Evaluator 2 TM Aniket has taken 3 minutes and 4 seconds. Evaluator 3 TM Aman has taken 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Grammarian TM Anil has taken 2 minutes and 31 seconds. All counter TM Anu has taken 2 minutes and 14 seconds. And myself as a timer TM Roshan has taken 30 seconds. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Roshan, for that quick timer's report. That brings us to the end of another session, that was indirect evaluation session. Toastmaster Roshan, may I please request you to time me for 2 to 3 minutes, as I will be taking another 2 to 3 minutes to give my general evaluation, which will be the overall verdict of how the meeting went. First of all, I really loved how the SA opened the meeting. He was clapping on, and how the Toastmaster of the evening entered the room, just like a pro wrestler would enter after his theme music would hit. So that was very well done. The role of a Sergeant at Arms is the very first role of Toastmasters meeting. We started right on time. We welcomed all the guests. We even gave a disclaimer that it's being recorded, and we set the mission statement in a very unique way by putting hands on our chest. Now, this is something that I've never seen in other Toastmasters Club. It deserves a huge round of applause. Second, the presiding officer had the detailed information about Toastmasters. He said where it is located, where it was started. He acknowledged the presence of area director and people from other clubs. That was very well done. You also deserve a huge round of applause. Our third person, the star of the meeting, is the Toastmaster of the evening. He was keeping record of all the role players. There were 16 speakers, 6 table topic masters, 6 general evaluators, 24 role takers, and all the audience was supported WorldLink Toastmasters till now. That was very well done. You also shared how a Toastmasters meeting is run. It's divided into 3 parts. That was wonderfully done. Yesterday evening, you sent me all the introduction of role takers, so it became very easy for me to play the role of general evaluator. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You had humor in your role. And one last thing that I loved was, even though when the speaker forgot to shake the hand, you called her back on the stage and you shake her hand. Because in Toastmasters, we believe when we pass the stage to someone, we give them power by the shake of the hand. Thank you so much for doing that. You again deserve a round of applause. Finally, the table topic master. You said why the table topics is so important. The rules were already given out by the timer, but if I was in your place, I would again give out the rules so that the guest would be more clear. Wonderful topics, just like here's 3 cards. You had 3 color cards as well, and all of them were related to the theme. They were very easy and very well picked up by the guests. You also deserve a round of applause. As the role of general evaluator, it's my duty to give some feedback so that we can improve in the next meeting. I noted a few points where we can improve on the next meeting. First of all, we don't say honorable, we say only Toastmasters or distinguished Toastmasters, who is the highest honor given by Toastmasters. So please, let's refrain from saying honorable or Sammanani. We only say Toastmasters. And second is the use of stage. I noticed the speakers were using the stage from the center of the stage, but some role players were taking this side. See, what it does is it restricts your movement. You can't use the stage properly. So I request everyone to use the center of the stage. If you have to move, you have enough space to move to this side or move to this side if you want. So let's use the center of the stage from next meeting. And we can invite a bit more guests because I know how WorldLink Toastmasters is growing. We all are nearby. We are just a message away from invitation. So that was the overall feedback I noticed in the meeting. All in all, it was a wonderful, wonderful meeting. I was in rapture state to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me as the general evaluator. That's my role. Thank you so much. Back to you, Roshan.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Mridul, for a wonderful and rupture feedback for all of us. It will definitely help us to grow more in future. Now, the exciting moment for all of us is the award session for the sorry. So I would like to also request all of us, for the role takers, for the better role takers. Toastmaster Puneet, are we ready? No, for the award?
Maybe can have some more chocolates.
We just distributed the chocolates. I think generally we have to miss that session of Kite.
I was the first one to see the chocolates.
We intentionally let them to miss the session. They want to go out of the room.
I should have like. Okay. Winners, can we get back the chocolate? I want to book that session. Or just half it.
You can sing for us. You're a bathroom singer.
Sure. दसैँ नै हो कि यो मेरो दशा अहिले आएको वर्ष नै पछि किन यो मेरो टोका खाएको दसैँ आएको दसैँ आएको. Now I'd like to invite someone from the guest for the song. Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters. Toastmaster Puneet, I think you are ready now. You are almost. You seem to be energized for the announcing the winners.
After all, it's voting, selection time.
Election time, yes. Please make sure that I'm not on the winner list. Otherwise, our fellow Toastmasters will think.
You're writing.
Yeah. Are you ready, Toastmaster? Otherwise, I'm planning to call some Toastmaster.
Done.
I hope that you got the names right. Because last time, Toastmaster Roshan.
I'm also
Okay. Okay, now stage is all yours. Please come here. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmasters of the evening.
Make sure that he doesn't next to Toastmaster of the night. Can I help you? Huh? Do you need support?
No. So, I'm back again. This time to announce the winners. So, this is the moment of truth. As you saw, everyone participated with lots of enthusiasm, but there can be only one winner. So, I now will announce the winners of each category with rapture. Firstly, the winner in better featured speaker is a girl.
She's from WorldLink?
No, you are too mainstream. What? Okay.
Sorry.
She might have a spectacle. Might have a spectacle.
The 50%.
She is definitely wearing a black pant.
Oh my god! Can I phone a friend? Can I phone a friend?
So, if you guys would like to guess, then please go ahead.
Coincidentally, very difficult for us.
Okay. So, I think I have to announce. Yes. So, without any further ado, let me call upon the stage our winner for the Better Speaker Award, Toastmaster Smreeti. Please accept his speech.
Acceptance speech. Okay. I had some slight doubt that I will be winning this. As I was saying to everyone that please vote me, else I will not give you marks or whatever. Okay. I don't see my fellow Toastmaster who supported me in the sound thing. I would love to thank him because he was the one who was mixing all the sounds for me and helping me out to have my prop, I guess. So thank you everyone. Thanks so much. I'm so ruptured in the feeling.
Congratulations. Now it's time for Better Evaluator Award. So, three of them again
are not from WorldLink.
Are not from WorldLink, definitely. They are from educational sector, I guess. I'm correct.
They are all students.
They are all students. We all are students actually. So let me get straight into the announcement. So the Better Evaluator Award for today's meeting is Toastmaster Aniket Rauniyar.
I would like to dedicate this award to our fellow evaluators, speakers, to the entire team of WorldLink Toastmasters Club, and mainly to my speaker for being a great mother as well, since I can directly relate that into my evaluation sheet as well. Thank you for having me today. Yesterday I was just opposite the road, and today now I'm here. Thank you again for having such a wonderful meeting. Sorry for being late.
Now it's time for the impromptu table topic speaker award. Now what should I say? How can I say? So can you guess the color of the topic, which might have one? Green, yellow, and pink. Pink. Oh, nice. Correct. The winner for the best better table topic speaker award goes to Toastmaster Sumit.
Wow, what a rupture feelings. Thank you everyone who has voted me. This is my first time, but not the last time. I'm going to get another award very soon. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Please. Thank you.
Just doing rupture feelings.
Thank you. So the final award for the evening, by the way, she has told that she's going to win another award soon. In our company, we usually get best branch award, so I think very almost that award. Okay. So the final award for the evening goes to the better role checker. It's very hard. It's very hard because I have performed the role, all the roles. Yeah, in the timer role, I forgot to time few speakers as well. So what I did was I put a magical imaginary number. It wasn't an absolute number. I tried to make it real. So the better real role checker award for today's meeting goes to the timer, or the grammarian, or the accountant. So, out of these three, who might have won this award?
Someone whose newcomer is black.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely black. I think the winner is the most nervous one because I think he won. No, he's never more nervous. Grammarian. Today's winner is Grammarian Toastmaster. Congratulations.
Thank you, Toastmaster Putin. So I was in the moment of rupture when he was trying to announce. So thank you. I just found out we need to play different roles. Otherwise, that's the thing we need to do. I think I was the previous times, the previous day meetings. I was thinking table topic speaker and why to take that tag rule. But today I found out for a single speaker, so many people are evaluating from so different perspectives. So, and it gives the perspectives to you as well if you participate in different roles. So, I keep on encouraging everyone to take the role and be in rupture mode. Thank you.
I keep getting denied. So that's it for the role for the award ceremony. I just would like to say one final thing before I leave the stage, because there are winners, but there aren't any losers. There are learners. So please keep that in mind, and all the best to the speakers, and congratulations. And I hope all will improve upon themselves as well. So over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Putin, for that wonderful session once again. So we are now almost at the end of this session, and For this session, I would like to specially thank our general evaluator, Toastmasters Mridul, and the evaluators, Toastmaster Ruksa, I spelled it correct, Toastmaster Aniket, and Toastmaster Aman for their time and for the time, and we did all the evaluations. So now I would like to call the presiding officer for the final closing of this meeting, and I would like to again thank you all for accepting me as a Toastmaster of the evening. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anup, for such a rapture session. Once again, I would like to recognize all the rule takers who have put themselves forward in the journey. Special mention goes to all the table topic speakers for actively participating and giving it to impromptu speaking. With this, now I adjourn this meeting with this gavel.